Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I bring you scary stories from around the world. And today I have another terrifying real story that will leave you questioning everything. A girl whose car broke down in the middle of the road at night in the heavy fall had an eerie experience when she asked a stranger for help. This is one of those stories that will keep you up at night and make you question the kindness of strangers. The story starts with a bang when the protagonist finds herself stranded on a deserted road in the middle of nowhere. She's alone in her car in the pouring rain, desperately trying to flag down any passing motorists for assistance. Just when she's about to give up hope, a car approaches and she quickly waves it down. But she couldn't have imagined the nightmare that was about to unfold. The driver of the car is a complete stranger, but he offers to help her fix her car. But something about him just doesn't sit right with her. As he gets closer, she can't shake off the feeling that he's dangerous. Despite her intuition telling her to run, she hesitantly accepts his offer. She steps out of her car into the pouring rain, leaving it unlocked and the engine running. She explains her situation to the stranger and he assures her that he'll be right back with some tools. He disappears into the darkness, leaving her all alone in the pouring rain. As she stands there waiting, she can't help but wonder if she's made a terrible mistake. Her instincts told her to run, but she ignored them. Now she's stuck in the middle of nowhere with a stranger who has been missing for quite some time. Suddenly, a pair of headlights appears in the distance and she quickly flags them down. Relief washes over her as she steps into the car and slams the door shut. But her nightmare is far from over. When she turns around, she finds herself face to face with the same man who offered to help her earlier. A chill runs down her spine as she realizes that she's trapped with a predator. With a forced smile, he greets her and introduces himself as John. Then he asks her a seemingly innocent question. "So where are you coming from?" She responds cautiously, "I was coming from the grocery store. I live just a few blocks away." John nods understandingly and says, "Oh yeah, it can get pretty lonely out there in the evenings." His words send shivers down her spine and she can't help but feel uneasy. They drive in silence for a while, and she can't help but steal glances at John. Something about him just doesn't seem right. The engine is making a strange noise and suddenly it sputters and dies, leaving them stranded in the middle of nowhere. With a forced calmness, John reassures her that it is just a minor issue and he'll have it fixed in no time. She watches as he disappears into the darkness, leaving her alone in the pitch-black car. As the minutes tick by, her anxiety starts to rise. Why did her gut instinct tell her to run? Was this a mistake? Just then, she hears a loud bang and screams. She frantically honks the horn, but John doesn't respond. Fear grips her heart, and she makes a split-second decision to flee. She throws open the car door and runs into the darkness, hoping to find help. As she stumbles through the darkness, she can hear John's voice calling out to her. His words echo in the night, sending shivers down her spine. "Where are you going?" "I'm here to help you," he says. His tone is urgent, but something about it just doesn't sound right. She keeps running, her heart pounding in her chest, until she sees a faint light in the distance. With renewed hope, she stumbles towards it, desperate for help. She bursts through the door and finds herself in a small, dimly lit convenience store. The owner, a burly man with a kind face, offers her water and a place to call the police. As she regains her composure, she tells the owner about John and the car they were in. The owner's eyes widen with concern, and he offers to accompany her back to the car to check on John. When they reach the car, they find John slumped over the steering wheel, unconscious. They call for medical assistance and wait anxiously for the paramedics to arrive. As they tend to John, she can't help but feel a sense of unease. Is he truly injured, or is this part of his sinister plan? In the ensuing chaos, she manages to slip away unnoticed. She makes her way to a safe distance, her heart still pounding in her chest. She watches as the paramedics load John onto a stretcher and into the ambulance. She can't help but feel a sense of relief, knowing that she's away from him. At the hospital, John is diagnosed with a severe concussion and amnesia. The doctors believe that he may have hit his head while getting out of the car. She tells the authorities about her encounter with John, but they seem skeptical. They question her story, suggesting that she may have fabricated it due to the shock of the situation. Feeling unheard and misunderstood, she leaves the hospital, determined to move on from the traumatic experience. Days turn into weeks, and she tries to put the terrifying incident behind her. She throws herself into her work, seeking solace in the normalcy of her routine, but the nightmare follows her home. She starts having vivid nightmares of the incident, each dream more terrifying than the last. In her dreams, John's face is distorted, his eyes glowing an eerie red in the darkness. His voice echoes in her ears, whispering threats that chill her to the bone. As the dreams intensify, she becomes increasingly anxious and paranoid. She starts questioning every noise, every shadow, convinced that John is stalking her. She finds herself jumping at every creak and moan, unable to find peace in her own home. The once vibrant colors of her world seem to fade away, replaced by a constant gray fog of fear and uncertainty. Determined to break free from the shackles of her nightmares, she seeks professional help. She confides in a therapist, pouring out the terrifying details of her encounter with John. The therapist listens patiently, offering words of comfort and reassurance. But the help she craves seems elusive. As the sessions drag on, she feels a sense of frustration growing within her. It feels as if no one believes her story, as if she's trapped in a labyrinth of disbelief. With each passing day, the line between reality and nightmares blurs. She finds it difficult to distinguish between what's real and what's a figment of her tormented mind. One evening, she hears a knock at the door. Her heart skips a beat as she freezes, her blood running cold. Could it be John, come to finish what he started? She peeks through the peephole, but the sight that meets her eyes sends chills down her spine. Standing on her doorstep is the same man from her nightmare, his face pale and lifeless, his eyes vacant and soulless. And that is the end of the story. If you like such type of stories, then do subscribe, and thanks for listening.